Alright, welcome back. Okay, so who wants to do the recap from last time? Because I don't.
Why not?
I will if I have to, but
why not? I'm curious.
I mean,
I think
fine, I will.
That's the only one who should really be able to say what the fuck just happened. But that depends on if you're okay with that.
I don't know if I could.
Okay, I guess it's you, Beardy.
Well,
All right.
Okay, just list everyone you know, Lovette.
And then they're dead.
And then we'll just say they're dead.
No, yeah, and I realized as I was thinking about it that it came to the extent that I would be like, oh, I gotta remember, like, I'm like trying to remember shit because I keep fucking things up by forgetting important detail. So I'm like, oh shit, I gotta remember my dad so that he can survive. And you're like, that's right, he's dead too. It's like, oh, well, what about the dog? Oh, the dog also died. It's like, oh shit.
So everyone other than Archie is dead.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we don't know if your mom's dead, to be honest.
No, but
I mean, for the town's sake, hopefully.
It didn't look good, I'll say that. She was completely surrounded by a lot of soldiers and robots, so didn't
even
look
if
good.
she survived, she's effectively not the same person. That person is dead for the time being.
It's true.
Well, everyone's dead. Also, Lovette committed arson. That was fun.
Yeah,
Probably burned down a bunch of people's homes.
You know,
undoubtedly killed a lot of people. Yeah, and the Moira died, of course.
That's true.
Again.
I kind of forgot about Moira because everything else was a lot bigger.
Moira was the catalyst that caused all of it.
Yes, but the outcome was stronger than that. Like just how many people died.
Mm. But the important thing is that Marcus died for nothing.
Yep. Nothing.
I hate it.
Yeah.
So fucking good.
You know what? You win some and you lose some.
You got it, Vera.
All I'm saying is the bard was right. Marcus should have listened to them and just eaten someone, and we would have never had to deal with this.
Let's play some dad.
I agree. So, you guys are currently on a boat heading from Palercog up to the city of Yugus. Yep, that's true. You're on a boat going from the Steam Isle to the Free States. Specifically the port city of Yugus. You guys have just departed. You spent the night on a ferry that you've paid to leave immediately. And you guys wake up. It is the next morning. So I'm going to go ahead and push the date. It is now the 16th of February. It is early morning, so I'm going to put it about 8 a.m. And the lot of you wake up from your various states of rest. I would like everyone to make a perception check.
Okay.
That is a 19 on Vera's point.
All right.
35 for me.
35 for Soul, okay.
Just a little bit better.
Yeah. 17, 27 for Archie.
That is a 20.
All right. In that case, Petravian and Archie, they both notice something interesting. Soul's right palm has a slash across it that wasn't there the day before. Oh, also Grow is gone. So the morning comes around, you guys wake up, Grow is not on the boat, and Soul has a slash across their palm.
Soul, where's Grow?
He went home. He was really tired and really beat up after, everything. So
Archie's going to walk over, and he tries to gently touch the palm of Soul's hand.
Soul flinches back.
What happened?
He makes a soothing beeping noise.
Which I understand what he's saying, though.
Well, yeah.
I went back home overnight, and I just happened to get hurt while I was there.
And you decided not to bandage yourself up there?
Sorry, I was just distracted. I'll do that right now. My bad.
Probably would have been more sanitary there.
Okay, Vera, you don't have to judge me for not thinking to bandage myself. You know I'm fine.
How big is this?
Basically a line across their right palm. Depending on the size of the palm, it's maybe 2 inches wide.
I'm going to walk over to Soul and lay out my hand and say, Soul, may I see it, please?
Sure. Here you go.
Beardy, can I do a lay on hands?
Sure, yeah. Don't even bother rolling it. Just check off the use of it for the day, and the cut disappears instantly.
You high-five it.
I look into Soul's eyes, just very intensely, say, I hope everything's okay at home.
Soul's face goes a little pale for a second, and then they return to a smile very quickly. Everything's fine. Everyone's just a little bit stressed about everything with the whole protectorship and me taking that on right now.
Petra's staring, trying to read. May I just roll a sense motive?
Yeah, you can roll a sense motive.
I'm also going to do that.
That is
Okay.
That is an 11.
Okay, in that case, can I get a bluff check
You may.
to go against this?
Yeah, that's a
fuck
24.
that.
Yeah. In that case, yeah, you guys, you have no...
Oh, and I didn't even do my proper bluff
No,
either.
interpersonal skills aren't designed to work on players, so it's up to you guys whether you believe or not.
If it had beaten the roll, I would have said okay.
Also, with my role, I assume Vera would be like, well, see why Soul would be lying. Just a really bad decision of not bandaging when they should have.
I get it. First aid is important to you. Jesus.
I mean, it is. I mean, you need your hands.
Yeah, but it's just my right hand. I just use it to hold my instrument and throw it.
See? Right there.
But strumming, that's all my left hand, so Yes, Petrie.
We're all in this together. You can trust us.
Why do you doubt me?
I don't. I just want you to know that we're here for you.
Thanks. You. Soul looks uncomfortable.
He releases Soul's hand and then walks over to sit near Karis.
Alright.
Glare at him when he sits near Karis.
Not even going to pay attention.
So, where are we right now? Are we on the ship?
Yeah, you're currently on the ferry on your way to Yugis. You'll arrive probably either late tonight or early in the morning. So you've got a whole day on the boat.
Oh boy.
Vera will just do the same normal things. I don't think they're in as much of a talking mood, obviously, just because a lot of shit went down. And I don't think they know what to really do with Lovette anyways, because helping emotionally isn't Vera's
You don't
strongest
say.
suit. But I do say. But I said it anyways. But yeah, so Vera will probably be making some tea.
Okay. Interestingly enough, I guess because of Karis's time on an airship, she's not quite as squeamish on a traditional boat.
If I recall, she said that she doesn't really need it anyways. But Vera's just like, probably still needs it.
We're her surrogate parents. We gotta take care of our baby.
Petra says to Vera, do you mind if I get a cup of that?
Fine. Give you a basic-ass bottle of tea.
I imagine Soul sitting in between the two of you and just looking back and forth uncomfortably.
Vera, our conversation was cut before I could actually talk to you about, really discuss what your religion's about and how I feel.
And what do you have to say?
I think it's very noble what you're doing.
It's the right thing to do.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm gonna go get some fresh air. And Soul walks up to the deck.
Okay, you walk up to the deck and the smell of the ocean permeates the area.
Y'all can continue your conversation. I just didn't want to be there.
It's heavy down there. I want to apologize.
Vera raises an eyebrow.
I want to apologize for my preconceived notions. I did not give you the fair chance.
That's true. You didn't. But we are in this together for a while, so it's fine.
Petra puts out his hand to shake.
Vera looks at it. I know. Places the bottle of tea in his hands.
Petra smiles. Do you happen to have any honey?
Fresh out.
Fucking love Vera.
Maybe next time then. He continues sipping his tea.
Right. Anyone else?
Karis stands up and walks out of the hold to get some fresh air.
How does
Actually-
Karis look, by the way?
Gut punched?
Aww.
Oh. Wait, she went up on the deck where I was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well then.
Yeah.
Realistically, I don't think Lovette's going to be proactive right now. She's going to have a hard time getting out of bed.
Mhm.
I
Or
don't have much to
bench,
contribute right now.
more accurately.
Yeah.
It's a binge.
Actually, she's probably holed away trying to zone out on engineering.
After finishing his tea, Petra goes up on deck to see Karis. And just to,
Oh boy.
again,
Can't
just
give
to
her
just,
any
just to
space.
hang. No, not to be right next to them, but just to...
Just be a stalker.
Hey, Petrie.
Hey, Karis.
So it was all for nothing.
Soul's not looking at Karis. They're on the deck, so I assume they're close enough.
Hmm.
They're looking out to sea.
It's not a huge ferry.
Yeah.
I wasn't there when what had to be done was done. I cannot judge one way or the other.
You were here for what went down yesterday. You saw it all. You saw everything I tried to accomplish just completely fail.
It doesn't always work out the way we want it to.
You don't understand. Nothing has worked out the way I wanted it to. Nothing.
You're still here, aren't you? You're still alive.
She shrugs.
Often the best thing that we can do is keep moving forward. Try to remember, try to improve, and do what you hope is right. It may not always work out to be that way, though.
She just looks over the ocean as you guys are sailing, and she doesn't say anything back.
I know what happened between us
Soul whips
Happy
their
to
head
have-
around.
at the bathhouse was unfortunate.
Yeah, I just needed a reminder.
I suggest
Thanks.
you go back down in the hold, okay? My sister needs some space, and you've kind of been attached to her hip every second since we got on this boat, and I think she needs some air to breathe.
I will save my peace and then leave.
And what is your so-called peace?
That I will support Karis in whatever she does and whatever she decides.
Great. Thanks, Dad. Now down to the hold, please.
Jeez. Ouch.
Petra stares very, very intently.
Soul steps in between him and Karis.
Karis instinctively inches away from everyone.
Don't misplace my intent. I'm not the one keeping secrets.
You think I'm
And then he
keeping
walks down.
secrets?
And then just walks away.
Didn't he roll badly on his?
Poorly.
Yeah.
Yeah, very poorly.
Fuck. Okay.
It's
Right,
fine.
right.
Whatever.
No.
You can still, look, like I said, those
You can
rolls
still
are
be suspicious
those
of me
rolls
as a
are
person.
guidelines. All right, so it's fine.
Okay.
But the
Like-
rule's made. That's
rule
what.
Play your character how you want. Hurtful.
No, the roll.
The idea is the low roll means that you don't have real concrete evidence to base your suspicions on, but you've got.
But you can still have suspicions, though.
Yeah, totally.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
totally.
I mean, sure, you can have suspicions even with a good
You
roll
just-
or a bad roll. It doesn't matter.
Also,
You
fuck
could just
you.
be a crazy person.
Yeah, it's your character. You can have them behave how you like. All right, so Petra goes down below decks. Karis will just sort of mumble, "Thanks."
You're welcome. Do you want me to give you some space too?
No, that's fine. I think that I've got a lot of stuff I need to work through.
That's okay.
I mean, he seemed kind of, she's leaning with her elbows on the sides of the ship, and she makes a hand motion. He's like a piece of chiseled marble, but he's so dumb.
Soul goes over to the edge of the boat and leans over similarly, looking over at Karis. Would you say dumb as a rock?
She giggles.
Or is that racist?
Probably.
Ooh, well, he's dumb as a rock.
It's fine. I don't know. Everything I've ever attempted, everything I've ever planned and thought, and even the beliefs I've held, nothing's worked. She kind of shrugs as if she's sort of just beside herself in her confusion.
Well, let's think of what has worked. Your main goal when you started with us was to come out into the world and learn. Have you?
I mean, I've learned. I've learned that everything I thought I knew was wrong. So I guess that's growth.
Have you learned anything other than that?
I mean, I've learned how to hurt people. That's not really a skill I'm proud of.
Karis, the things you've learned that are positive. What
She-
good things have you learned?
She kind of thinks for a second. I've learned that there are people who support me.
Mm-hmm.
And I've learned that a lot of people are really prejudiced against what I can do.
But you're a brave person who does good with what you can do, even if other people don't understand it.
I mean, that sounds good, but a lot of people died because of what I just did.
That is correct.
She just looks down at her hands.
Slow looks down at the right hand.
So, do you want to tell me what you were doing? I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to.
Well, honestly, I think you might understand it more than anyone else. You know
Where-
how you have your sister? You can see her and talk to her?
She nods.
I think I have someone, too.
What? What do you mean?
Not all the time, though. It's just... Well, it happened last night. I was talking... It was like I was using a sending scroll, but it wasn't a spell. It was just a clear connection. And he... I think it's a he... told me to just ask my mom for the truth. And I did. And then I got in trouble.
For asking for the truth? That doesn't seem right.
Well,
so wait, your mom was lying to you?
I think so.
What about?
I asked her the truth behind the protectorship. I asked her for more information, anything. And she just kept avoiding it. I thought
you already knew everything you needed to know about it, though.
I did too. But when that voice happened, well, I was curious enough to ask, and she got really upset. It completely ruined our breakfast. And then I got grounded.
Wow. It's a pretty strong reaction to a question, isn't it?
Or a request. And then that voice, he showed me how to get out of the house by myself. I just made a cut on my hand, and then I drew a symbol he showed me, and then I was back here.
You what?
I drew a symbol on, my room. It's kind of dirty now, but I'll ask for forgiveness later. I drew a symbol on my... What?
She's not leaning on the side of the ship anymore. She's turned toward you, and she has her hands at the sides of her head. Let me get this straight. A voice in your head...
Yeah?
...told you how to draw a symbol on the ground in your own blood.
Yeah.
And it let you teleport?
Yeah.
Okay, couple things.
Oh, okay.
One, that is really cool.
Right? I thought so too!
And two, that seems really, really dangerous.
What? Why? I'm here safe and sound. I guess I was a little smelly, and Soul pulls out their clothes a little bit. I guess I was a little smelly when I got here.
Karis leans forward and takes a sniff of you. I don't think that you're... okay. Soul, that smells like brimstone.
Okay.
I mean, none of this seems on the level, and that's coming from your necromancer friend, okay?
But I thought you would understand.
I mean, I'm glad you're here and that you're not grounded at home. How can you be grounded? Aren't you like 80s? Anyway.
What?
Nothing. I'm concerned. This doesn't sound right. This doesn't sound safe for you, I guess. Just be careful, okay?
Okay. I will. So, should I tell you the next time I hear him?
She shrugs. Sure. Maybe I can help you figure out who it is.
Oh, his name is Ish.
She thinks for a second. That doesn't sound familiar at all.
Well...
That's no one from the Order, at least.
I was thinking maybe it was an angel.
She kind of laughs a little bit.
What?
Sure, okay. Yeah, why not?
Karis!
It's fine. It's only that your family has kept a barrier up around this world for how many years now?
And I'm related to angels that started it. If anyone would have a connection to one, I'd assume it'd be me.
She shrugs. I mean, I guess. That is a weird situation you've gotten yourself into.
Well, I didn't even do it. It just happened.
Well, hopefully when we get back to your house, your mom won't be too upset.
Yeah. I think she's really upset.
I mean, how upset could she be? I mean, the wedding's in, like, a month.
You're right. But I was grounded and just ran away again.
I mean, look, who here hasn't ran away from home, okay?
Soul thinks about it. I don't know about Petrie.
You're right, he's a bit of a goody-goody, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, if anything, if you have any questions or if you ever just want to talk, Karis, I'm here for you. I'm your sibling.
She gives you a big smile. Thanks.
You're welcome.
I think we should probably check on Lovette, though.
Okay. I did give her a rose before, so maybe that helped. And Soul turns to go downstairs. Wait. Huh?
That's funny.
What? What's funny?
Oh, you gave Lovette a rose. It's just reminded me of something that Petrie tried to do the other day.
Oh, really? What did he do?
Oh, after the whole thing at the spa, I guess he tried to. His way of saying he was sorry was to give me like a metal rose.
Ew.
I couldn't accept it, so I left it where it was.
Oh. I've
What?
got some news. So I found the rose at my spa.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Well, at least it hopefully will do some good for Lovette. I hope.
Agreed. My bad. I didn't know.
She shrugs. It's fine, I guess. It doesn't bother me.
Okay. Awesome. So let's go check on her, okay?
She nods and follows you.
And go down to the hold. Do.
Alright, so down in the hold, we've got Vera, Petra, and Lovette. And Archie, and Hummel.
So where's Lovette right now?
Lovette is laying on a bench.
Mm-hmm.
Petra's sitting next to Archie.
Oh, not too keen on that.
Archie kind of looks down at Petra. Makes a bonk sound.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. Do I notice Petrie saying that to Archie?
Sure.
Okay. May I ask what Archie actually said?
Archie was looking at Petra and just said, small.
I thought he meant bonk as in, like, with my hammer.
No. That's just the noise he made. You don't understand, Carl.
He's like small. You're like, you and me both, buddy.
So, no. Okay.
Soul's
My
giving
answer
him
still
men's
stands.
side-eye.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Soul chuckles to themselves as they go over to Lovette. Hey,
Hi.
how'd you sleep last night?
I didn't really sleep. I just woke up on some reason. What do I do now?
Alright, well, do you need any help from me or Karis?
I don't know. Thank you.
I'll just sit near you until you need me, okay?
Okay.
Karis comes over and sits down nearby, close enough to talk to Lovette. Lovette, I don't quite know how to say this. I'm sorry.
What?
Thought it would work.
We all thought it would work.
I didn't.
That's not your fault.
Soul covers their mouth real quick.
We mostly thought it would work. It did work. We just didn't have enough time.
Maybe if I was better, or maybe if we had done this sooner, maybe it would have been different. I don't know.
I don't either.
I wanted this to work so badly.
So that means a lot to me. Kelly, thank you. Sorry, I let everyone down.
No, you didn't. I think you're fine, Lovette.
I don't know.
Circumstances are circumstances, and,
If the circumstances went otherwise, and if I hadn't gotten involved. You know, Kelly, I thought I would stop having that dream after we brought her back after Malchus died, but I didn't. It actually got worse. I never really used to think that dreams have prophetic ability, but I'm starting to question it.
Soul looks concerned.
I think that after we take care of Clark, I should probably be as far away from everyone as I can.
I thought you were gonna help out with the spy organization.
I might have to act remotely.
Soul just kind of sits back and waits.
Vera's just been watching and listening to this conversation.
Karis will just stay nearby to give some amount of physical solidarity, but won't say anything.
Oh,
Petra
you
can't
guys.
hear, and he's still pissed. So
Yeah,
not
Petra.
the asshole. Not the
No,
asshole.
you know what? It's probably in his best interest. Don't worry.
Let's
Yeah.
advance some time then. So we sort of sit quietly and somberly in the ferry.
Yep.
And late at night, you arrive in the port city of Yugis. So that'll put you there, we'll say about 1 a.m.
Land. Ugh, I'm tired. Again.
The ferrymaster thanks you for your patronage as well as your bonus that you paid to leave immediately.
Just make sure to be
And,
safe going back.
He's unsure as to what you mean by that, but he thanks you all the same and bids you good luck on whatever journey you're making. Right, so the party unloads, and you find yourselves in the shore of the port district of the city of Yugis. This is a small trading city. There's not really a huge amount of stuff to do here. It's mostly just an embarkation point to get to the Steam Isle. So pretty much all the trade and traffic here is going north to south through the port. The road to the north that eventually leads to the city of Zareth. Give me a knowledge local or knowledge history.
Sure, I'll use Lore Master.
Okay. Like the other city in the Free States, this is a city that doesn't have a noble class that lives here. It's a collection of merchants and free peoples that live here outside of any national authority. They're weird in that they come together and decide collectively who will lead them. It's horrible.
Okay. Not the worst, actually.
But I mean, without like hereditary government, how will they know who will lead them?
I mean, they seem to be doing fine.
The city's partially sunken and soggy, and it's on the outskirts of the Boiling Swamp, which is the area to the west, like south and west of town.
Oh, great. I think that's where the Druid circle is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Druid Circle is in the forest there inside the Boiling Swamp.
Great. So glad. Woo! Guess where we're going, kitties?
Man.
Can we see the tower from here or no?
Zell's Tower? No, it'd be pretty far ways off.
Okay.
So, since it's 1 a.m., let's find a room in this town. We'll stay the night, and then we'll go to the Druid Circle tomorrow. Savvy, guys?
Sounds fine to me.
Okay.
How long does it take to get there, like, if we walk there?
If you walk to the Druid Circle?
Yeah.
If it were like a clear road, it would take 2 days, but this is swamp travel, so it's going to be maybe 3 or 4 days.
But if you had a cart, it would be even...
Oh, it'd be even worse with a cart, yeah.
Woo!
So you're looking at, like, at best speed, 2 days. That's like how fast Vera could get there.
Even flying, or
Oh, no, I mean on foot, Vera could get there in 2
Okay.
days. Flying, it'd be like 1 day.
how do people normally traverse that area?
They don't.
They
usually.
don't.
Typically, no. Give me a knowledge geography, and I'll tell you a bit about the Boiling Swamp.
All right.
Don't got that.
Nope. 7.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I got it. 20.
20.
Not a nat 20.
Okay, so you know that the Boiling Swamp is home to a couple of tribes of lizard men, and
Oh.
also a brood of black dragons.
Oh.
The answer is
Who
no.
decided to put a Druid circle in a swamp?
Alright, so we'll find an inn. Any good inns around here?
Absolutely, yeah. You get off of the ship and you gather yourself in the town, and you see the only place that's still even kind of awake and alive at this point, at this early hour in the morning, is a inn and tavern just across the street from the port. A place called the Soggy Boot.
Yum.
Sounds lovely.
I mean, it sounds
Love it.
practical.
Yeah, and the atmosphere and, honestly, smell of the place is pretty much exactly how you think it would be.
Great.
It's not like a soggy boot.
Yeah,
Smells
it's
fine.
it's pretty run down, as is most of the town. Since there's like no central organization or structure to the city, it's mostly just a collection of various types of buildings. There's no real building code here, so a lot of the structures are like literally leaning on each other.
Let's start another fire.
So the town is kind of slapped together in a lot of ways. And the Soggy Boot is no different. There are puddles in the streets, and there's also puddles inside the Soggy Boot. But for the lack of reasonable building codes, it is still a happening place inside there. There is music, there is dancing, and there are people serving food, and beer and ales well into the night. So it's a pretty upbeat place for as nasty as it looks. Also, the collection of people there is one of the wider groups you've ever seen in any tavern. This is a kind of place where you can see humans and dwarves and elves and gnomes and halflings and goblins and hobgoblins. Like
Ooh.
there's greenskins in this tavern.
Okay, racist.
Yeah. Alright, so Vera will go up and request some rooms.
Okay. They said that this is not the kind of inn that has like fancy private rooms, but there is a common room. It's on the second floor. You can buy a bed. A bed is a copper a night.
Alright, Vera will put down a gold and say it's for food and the like as well.
The barkeep looks at you incredulously, and they're like, "Oh, big spender coming here with your gold."
Oh, please.
He takes
Just
the
looking-
coin and says that you and your friends have beds upstairs. And here, he goes ahead and starts pouring some interesting-looking ales for all of you.
Huh.
Oh boy.
Would you
Well-
happen to know... We're trying to get through the swamps. How do people normally... if they have to?
You're joking, right?
She's not. Soul calls from across the room.
Look, it's
I'm not.
fine. It's not exactly an easy trek, but folks that go down there usually just go to hunt turtles or something. But you got to realize, lizard folk down there, they don't take kindly to intruders. Then, if you don't manage to piss them off, well, there's always the hobgoblin tribes, and, well, beyond them, there's the dragons.
Dragons?
He nods. Whole brood of them, led by this huge bitch of a black dragon.
Where
Do we have to go that way?
do we go to avoid that point? And don't say the swamp.
Swamp's where she lives. Claimed the whole place as her territory He shrugs. Well, longer back than I can remember. Well before I was born, probably.
Is Soul listening to this as well?
I think Soul, walked up and just heard the end of that, just under their breath. We're fucked.
The whole time he's been talking, he's been prepping different drinks. And he sets them all out, and he's like, "Here, swamp water's for the lot of you."
Oh, I can't drink, but thank you. I'm sure one of my companions will have it.
I
Karis
guzzle mine
takes
down.
your
And,
mug.
oh, okay.
Okay.
Petra takes
Without a second word, Karis takes your mug and hers as well.
with gusto. Petra downs his in one.
So, the way I would describe it is it tastes like most of the ales you've ever had, but it's spicier? As weird as that sounds.
Cajun ale?
Kinda, yeah. It actually
Got
has
fucking cayenne in
It
it?
actually has, you think it probably has some sort of pepper mixed into it. It's actually really, it's got an interesting bite.
I'm glad I didn't drink it.
But I don't know if it picked up before when I said I was guzzling the moment it puts it down. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, alright, so you guzzle your ale down, abandon. Karis will do the same. Petra?
Oh, he downs his.
Awesome.
Soul looks jealously at all of you.
Vera walked off from where the bar was and
Okay.
sniffs the ale, gives it a sip. Is it sweet at all?
No. It's not sweet
That comes
at all.
right back out into the mug.
I'll drink Vera's drink. Spit
You-
all.
When you spit it back into the mug, you hear a voice. You know like?
Oh, God.
It's fine.
So you hear a voice coming from nearby, and what it is there's a small table near you that has a bunch of goblins sit around it, and one of them is sort of watching you intently as you drink and notice that you spat out your drink.
I'm just not thirsty. That's all.
Vera, just mix some honey into it like you normally do.
It won't help.
Well, okay, calm down. You've been uppity lately.
I mean, there's a lot going on.
Yeah. Soul looks over at the goblins and happily waves.
They all give you big toothy smiles, So they're all about 3-ish feet tall, about the size of a halfling. And they all have kind of wide-set heads with very wide-set mouths with very sharp-looking teeth in them. And they're all smiling at you.
Aw, how sweet.
One of them
Quickly.
stands up and bounds over to the bar. The other 4 are still staring at you.
Soul's gonna look over at Vera, shrug, and then they're gonna go sit down by the goblins.
In the empty chair.
Yeah! Can I pull one up if there wasn't room for me?
There are small-sized chairs, so you can pull over a medium-sized chair to their table.
I'll pull over a medium-sized chair then.
You are so tall.
This is the legs are up, like, to my shoulders. Hi!
So the goblin that you're sitting next to is just like has his neck craned all the way back looking up at you.
Hello!
Big elf.
Oh, Soul's gonna switch into goblin.
Oh shit. Oh fuck,
Wait,
you
you
can
know
speak
goblin?
goblin. God damn.
That's right. That's
Oh,
from the beginning,
man.
right?
Mm-hmm.
What a weird language to know.
Yes! But I knew there would have to be one moment where I could use goblin, and I'm so happy right now. Of course I'm taking this chance.
Dude, I like to think that Soul took Goblin as like a throwaway
Yeah.
It's like, when am I ever going to use this? Whatever.
Hello there.
They all like start shrieking in pleasure when they hear this. Ah! The elf knows our tongue!
Oh, that I do.
They're speaking in goblin now. Ah! Ha, ha. They all like pick up their tankards and like start clashing them together. The other goblin returns back from the bar carrying an armload of tankards and sets them down in the middle of the table. You notice that these ales are a little bit different than the ones you were given. These seem to have something floating in them, like some sort of chunks. Like there's something. There's some. Here. One of the goblins picks it up and hands it to you.
Soul's ears go down. Apologies. Sort of pregnant.
Oh. Well.
I wish. I truly do. I'm so happy. I get to use my goblin language.
I'm actually really happy for that too.
Okay.
I'm so proud of you.
They look up at you and they're like, it okay. Little alcohol never hurt a kid and his children.
At least for elves. Not recommended.
They all look a little disappointed at your answer.
But
Suit yourself.
I can do something that's far more interesting. I'm gonna take out my lyre.
They all start
songs?
hooting and cheering when they see it and start chanting "Music Maker, Music Maker."
Any requests?
Ooh, squash the heads. Yeah, squash the heads.
You got it. Oh, that's a nat 20 for my strings. 39.
Okay,
Damn.
so because you're a bard of mid-level, I'm going to go ahead and assume that you have a wide breadth of knowledge when it comes to songs. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and give this one to you. You you perform a wonderful version of the goblin drinking chant, Squash the Heads. Goblins sing along in their own way, and in their own tongue, they're quite good at it. It seems they're very practiced at the song. And they're clanging their tankards together and drinking as they sing. It's a pretty raucous table that they've got going on.
I just, imagine that Soul just brings a party wherever they go.
That's what bards do.
So, after I finish the song and, cheering with everyone. So, what brings all of you around here? Do you live here?
No. We fight for money. Yes.
Oh, is that so?
Mm-hmm.
Question. Do any of you know how to get through the swamp?
Swamp not so scary. Lizardmen bleed like everyone else.
Soul smiles. What's your price? We need some help.
We on contract already.
Oh, you couldn't do a quick little favor for me?
They all cheer and laugh. You could, but we'd have our hides plucked
Oh.
and cut if we went with
Bugger.
you.
How so? Who's hiring you now?
Big boss man hired us. Yeah, big boss man. Yeah, big boss man hired us. He's big and scary. And boss man.
What does Boss Man look like?
like you, but man and boss.
He's an elf?
Ha! No.
Oh.
No. Kind of. No. It's hobgoblin.
And I can't even outpay him. And Soul raises their eyebrows and smiles.
Maybe.
Well, I could keep playing songs for you all night and perhaps persuade you in other ways, but...
Oh.
What? What did I do? What?
What? Nothing.
I'm thinking money. What are you guys thinking?
Nothing at all.
Wow.
Money.
Yeah, money, yeah.
I just have a cough, alright?
Or I could pay off the hobgoblin. What are you guys even working for him for?
We protect him, cover his caravan.
His caravan? Where is he going?
Yugas. We hear. But now, we need to take him home when he's done.
Where home?
Home to west. You know Mary Valley?
I do. I was there once to visit the dragon.
Oh, we stay clear of that.
Yes, he
Dragon.
gets a little grumpy.
Dragon doesn't like us.
He doesn't like most people other
Maybe
than
because
halflings.
halflings taste so good. All the other goblins like nod in agreement solemnly.
Oh,
Like, yes, halflings very tasty.
glad that Marcus isn't here right now for this.
He doesn't
Aw.
speak goblin.
No,
I
he
just
wouldn't
don't
speak
want him
goblin.
to get eaten. That's all.
No, he can
Halfling.
only eat other people.
Halfling, almost tastiest of all. They all nod. Almost tastiest. Almost.
Almost. What is the most tasty?
Oh. Elf, of course.
Of course.
Elf most tasty.
Mm-hmm.
The one sitting next to you says that and reaches out and strokes the side of your arm when it says that.
Soul
Elf most
retracts
tasty.
their arm into themselves.
They all cackle and laugh at your response.
I like these guys.
Soul's still smiling.
We not eat you. We under contract.
Well, I appreciate it. Well, if you're unable to help me, any recommendations around this town?
No, town mostly full of unfun people.
Oh, boo.
Laid it on kind of thick there, Saul.
You don't even know what I'm saying. Also, what is the thick?
Dummy.
But yeah, what is
Yeah, what is the thick?
Poutiness.
This is how I get what I want.
Exactly. Laying it on kind of thick.
So? Do you not want a bard who's efficient at getting things?
I retract my statement.
Thank you. Well, if you can't help me, any recommendations of getting through to that area? I'm looking for a stone circle in there.
They all kind of like think about it for a minute. Some of them scratch their heads. Some of them pick their noses.
Love it.
One of them says, "Don't know stone circle. Know of lizards. Lots of lizards.
Yeah.
They bleed good when stuck, though. So don't be afraid of them."
Gotta stick
they
them
kind
with
of
the
like-
pointy end?
They all nod. You good at fighting,
Oh, no. I'm just subpar.
but you know which end to stick with.
That's true. I do. And Soul winks at everyone.
They all cackle and laugh at that. But other than them, the goblin that was speaking sort of trails off and mumbles. The other ones all nod solemnly. Yeah.
The dragon?
They all sort of wince a little bit hearing that. They can't get stuck with a pointy end easy. They fly and breathe bad air.
How do you avoid it?
One of them speaks up. My cousin once did.
Once?
Because second time he died.
Soul just smiles nervously.
Dragons breathed bad air on him, and he not no more anymore. He turned into puddle. The splash kind.
Acid.
Hmm.
Okay.
I saw it.
And how did you not get acid?
Oh, I was far away.
That's good.
I dared him to go.
Soul laughs
I like
nervously.
these guys. I love these guys.
Are you guys all at a table of your own?
Vera's probably at the table that they were closest to, and is just watching this conversation, not knowing what's going on, but is very concerned.
Soul just
between
gives
two.
a thumbs up.
Lovette is drinking her drink.
Soul turns back to the goblins, and then gestures over for Vera to come by.
Points at herself.
Soul nods.
Okay,
Oh,
Vera-
who your friend?
Ooh, this is my friend. She likes bees.
And then bees. Bees sting. Sting with their butts.
That's true. And as soon as Vera gets close enough, Soul does a really quick slap and casts tongues on her.
What's going on here?
Oh, they were telling me about the swamp and the dragon that lives there.
Oh, do you know how to get there then?
Well,
Maybe. You have bees?
Yeah, of course.
Do they sting with their butts?
Vera smells.
They're very good at it. I mean, technically it's not their butt, it's their sting, but it's like around the area.
Yeah, that's what we
Well-
said. Sting with their butts.
I mean-
Here. One of them hands you a tankard. Drink this.
Takes a sip.
Okay, so this is the ale that they had purchased. So there's like chunks of things floating in this. It's like a slurry of various mixed alcohols. Something else has been broken, almost like shredded and put it into it, some sort of thing.
The meat thing?
Yeah, like a meat thing. You sip it, and it has a really weird flavor. But you wouldn't describe it as bad necessarily, because you're immune to poison, right?
I am.
Yeah. Yeah, this is actually kind of tasty. It's not sweet, but it does have like a really rich flavor, and it has this crazy bite to it.
That's interesting. Not my kind of.
just add honey to it.
So how do we get there without, being eaten by dragons?
Oh, well, go through swamp and, pretend to be lizard. Yeah! Oh, you smart. Yeah, you're so smart.
Is this a plan that you've enacted already, or is this something you just came up with?
No. We'd never go there. Dragon kill us. We're not stupid.
Then why are you going there soon? Other than contract.
We're not going there soon. We're going back home soon.
Oh, right, west.
Road goes. The goblin points, but is actually obviously pointing the wrong direction. He's like pointing back out to sea. We go west home. Follow road till Merry Valley, then turn back home to hills.
They might eat halflings while they're there.
He sort of indicates that best thing you can figure is his proposed route is to go this way.
Oh.
So that's his route to get home.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, he's not going into the swamps.
And I do know where the litho gates are, because I had when I touched the litho gate, I could feel where they were.
Right, and you
Right.
can still kind of sense the ley lines naturally. So you think you can find this place if you needed to.
Okay.
Wait, do the lizards not get harassed by these dragons?
They kind of pets, kind of slaves.
Oh, kind of like the halflings are for Zell.
It's true.
Yeah, we think that what Big Black Dragon pretend too. Same as Big Gold Dragon pretend.
Well, if we do happen to see the lizards, is it wiser to avoid them maybe? But black dragons typically tend to be mean. So if I'm thinking correctly, and Soul's just kind of going off in their little headspace, maybe if we do end up across any lizards and we have to defeat them, I can at least claim identity of one. Huh?
That's true. Then only one of us won't die.
The important one!
What?
Well, I mean, if I die, the protectorship's kind of screwed.
I'm sure they
And
could.
the world.
Well, that's saying that people can't stop him.
Soul, like, kind of grimaces and shrugs and is like,
I mean, Glaver's already here.
That's true. But he also knows where I live,
Yes,
which he could kill my mother.
that would be bad.
Yes. And then the world die.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't instantly die. Like, it'd be time before anything else dangerous came here, right?
Well, it's not about coming here as more as the enemy eating the world.
Wait, isn't Glaver already doing that?
No, the enemy is completely different from Glarv.
Oh, wait, I thought Glaver was the enemy.
Well, he is an enemy,
Yes.
but not the enemy.
You all speak silly.
Oh, we do.
So you can't, like, help us go through or anything?
I tried to overpay them.
Or,
Well,
hey?
they already are contracted out to someone, so I offered paying more, and, well, they didn't really say no, but they didn't seem so sure either. And Soul flips up their coin purse and, like, tosses it in their hand slightly and then grabs it and puts it back in their pouch.
With a flourish.
With a flourish.
Well, we don't really have enough time to just walk to Ville, so
It's true.
it's really our only option.
It's true. Unless I buy another cart. Ugh.
If you see Black Dragon, just know, dragons like gold and shiny things. So maybe pay them? Yeah, pay them.
Ernie hands a paid dragon. Sorry.
Where we bribe our way through every dragon.
Or kill them, another one says and shrugs. Ah, you can't kill dragon. No, dragon don't die. Maybe dragons die. You all don't know.
I'm not willing to find out today, but thank you all for your help.
And thank you for your sounds.
Oh, you're welcome.
Vera will turn back and put the mug of stuff onto the table, our table.
Well, we going to join our friends now.
Oh, you play one more song.
Okay, one more song.
Yay! They all cheer and clink their tankards.
We know the Telic House song is happening now.
Okay.
Does anyone grab the mug?
Karis looks at it, sort of starts to smell it a little bit, but she hasn't taken it yet.
My strings were 31 and my singing was 33.
Alright, you perform the Telic Manor song again. And this time the goblins, instead of being like raucous and happy and singing along, they're kind of like just sitting back and listening to the song and letting the music kind of flow over them. Oh, you make funny noise.
Thank you.
It like almost song, but not quite. Not enough crushing of heads and drinking of marrow. Yeah, it needs more marrow drink.
That.
Can you add in marrow drink sound?
Yeah, I don't know what to fucking add for that.
You just play strings,
Lyrics
but
about
you
drinking
use
marrows.
But you change the sound.
I guess I do have alter instrument. I just don't know what to roll for something like that.
So they enjoy the song, but it's not quite their style.
That's fine.
It's
Soul
like-
shrugs and bows.
They all like laugh and clap. Thank you, big elf.
You're welcome, wonderful ones. I don't know.
Ooh, they all kind of make excited noises. Excited goblin noises. There you go.
Thank you. Soul kind of waves and goes back to the party. Well, we're screwed.
Well, I mean,
I know.
we could make it.
Yeah, as long as we avoid a dragon.
Multiple dragon,
Well,
right?
Soul starts to sweat.
We just should try not to hurt. What if we run into a lizard folk and we tell them that we will give them gold to give to the dragon if they take us to the circle? That could work, right?
Maybe.
Vera's hands are out, just looking at everyone else.
Yeah.
What?
Apparently, Lovette wasn't paying attention.
I mean, I guess. Sure, whatever. I'm gonna go up to the bar.
What can I do for you, little one?
I'm gonna put down 2 gold. You don't tell me when I stop drinking. I tell you when I'm done drinking. Oh, I pass out on this spell. Okay?
My only question is, what do you like?
Whiskey.
The barman nods, takes out a whole bottle, sets it in front of you, and just takes the cork out and just leaves it there for you.
And I just drink it from the bottle.
Soul and Vera, I assume, are just staring at Lovette do this at the bar. Okay.
I mean, I'm not going to stop her.
I mean, neither am I. Anyways, I like your plan, Vera, I think. Honestly, I don't have a better one, so might as well.
Oh, that's great.
Or the claim identity thing, and I can be like, oh no, I'm guiding these people because I want to. I don't fucking know. Well, I just checked something off my bucket list, so I'm pretty happy.
What did you...
Oh, I've always wanted to talk to a goblin.
Why?
Because I studied the language.
Oh, wait, why?
I don't know, because I felt like it. I don't know, I figured since I was out in the world here, I'd have to talk to a goblin at some point, and I got to do that, so that'll be nice before I'm stuck in a village for about 90 years. Yep, so bucket list, check.
I'm gonna bring back, I figure about half empty bottle of whiskey, sit back at the table with everyone else, put my head in one of my hands, turn over to Soul. So you want this along with me?
You're highly depressed and coping with it in a bad way.
I mean, what? That's not what I mean. I think I may speak crazy or something.
Do you hear voices too?
What?
What? Nothing. What was your thing?
I mean, I went through all that, and then I murdered my fiancé.
I'm sorry, fiance?
I
You
mean,
were engaged?
Insofar as you are currently married, it's not official, but she did say yes, and I pulled the trigger anyway.
Soul just covers their mouth. But she wasn't her anymore at that point, and it was no fault of your own. What happened, happened. It's terrible, but it's okay.
Don't know about that.
You're going to be hurting for a long time, probably, and that's completely understandable, but I don't think you should blame yourself.
Are you glad that she's gone?
I mean, her life existing doesn't really affect mine, so I'm neither sad nor happy that she's gone. I don't know why I would even be happy. This is a terrible thing that happened.
But I know how you felt about her.
Huh? What do you mean?
You said that you hated her after what happened with Malchus.
Well, yeah, she was the reason someone I loved was gone.
No, I was the reason both the people we love are gone. It's like you said already. I'm a monster.
Look, what's happened has happened. The best we can do is move forward and try to make best of our situation.
Well, where's forward? Everything I cared about, everything that mattered to me, that made my life what it is gone.
Forward is protecting the world and defeating Glarv. Our own personal feelings on the matter, and Soul kind of bites their lip and looks down, don't really matter.
I don't know. This doesn't really feel like a world worth protecting right now.
Soul
It does
looks
these
up,
sort of things.
and they don't look very happy about what you just said.
I think that Glar is a bad thing and should be destroyed, but I don't know what to do after that.
We get the rest of them. However, I don't think Glarv is really all that bad.
Is it bad?
Karis's eyebrow goes up.
It's just what we saw at the other world. He was tricked.
Tricked or not, he still ate all those people.
But I don't think he could control that.
Is that a reason to spare him?
No, but I'd at least like to ask him why. I believe everyone has the potential to be and do good. So
It goes away after some time.
maybe
Maybe
I
at
could,
one point everyone does, but it does not stay that way.
maybe I could pull the good out of him.
I think it's already boiled out of him, but if you're right, you can try, I suppose.
I will.
I think I already know the reason, though. It's the reason anyone loses everything they love is because they are a fool. And while I can empathize with his foolishness, I cannot let it pass freely.
I'm not saying I won't kill him in the end. I'm just saying
But-
I want to know why. That's all. Look, you're going to be working through this for a long time, and maybe on our way to take care of Glarv, you'll find another reason to keep living.
I really hope so. I feel like every reason I've gained, I've lost another one. I care about all of you. You are my reason, but I'm worried that I'm going to make the same thing happen all over again.
Then change what you normally do.
I've been trying.
Then keep trying. Everyone's treading water in their life. It's a choice to keep treading, or to let your muscles seize up, and to let yourself drown. You can keep going, and although you have no faith in your body to keep going, the rest of us do, and we'll try to keep you afloat, as we tread as well. Food for thought.
What do you do when it's time to drown?
I don't. I'm going to keep going. No matter what, even if I'm stuck in a stupid village for years, or if someone's lying to me, I'll keep going, and I'll win. And I'm not going to let anyone stop me anymore.
I'm going to take another big old swig of whiskey. So what kind of dragons are we looking at?
Black ones! Yippee skippy.
And she said lizards?
Yep, lizard folk. Hopefully not fire this time.
She taught us a lot about lizard and goblin anatomy in school, so I might be able to help you out a bit.
Well, the goblins suggested sticking them with the pointy end.
Well, that's pretty much what I learned at school.
I mean, the goblins also wanted to eat you, Soul, so...
They didn't
They
want to
what?
eat me. They liked me.
I look at the goblins.
They're still over there. At this point now, they've drank enough that they're kind of slowing down a little bit. None of them are looking at you guys anymore, but they're still singing drinking songs, but they're mostly slurring and just sort of like swaying back and forth heavily.
I feel like Petra is not welcome anywhere near anybody. The only person he feels welcome next is Archie, so that's where he's gonna be.
Oh, ye of blind
Is
faith.
Archie out?
No.
Fuck.
So Petra is in Lovette's pocket.
Nice.
I got a,
No.
got a pocket full of
He
Archie.
ain't.
Petra's still at the bar by himself. Then he doesn't feel very welcome next to anybody at the moment. So
What a sad
he's-
Oh, don't worry, he's not.
I mean,
So he's
To be-
going to be just by himself.
well, to be fair, it's not like Karis said anything mean to him.
He doesn't feel welcome near.
She said something mean about him, but he wasn't around at the time.
That's true. Don't use meta knowledge in here.
No. I understand that, but if you were to go anywhere near Karis, Soul would swoop in and tell him to shoo. So again, he feels not welcome near anybody. So
I mean,
he
you
is
can't
going
prove
to be
that.
by himself.
You know, I mean,
But yeah, he does not feel welcome. So he is just going to go sit out the bar for right now.
So, like we were saying, Petra is being a sad sack in the corner, drinking by himself.
Yes.
Karis was investigating a weird alcohol.
Yep.
I was talking to Lovette,
mm-hmm.
and then I kind of shot my spiel, so I don't know if she still wants to talk. We're all at the table, I think, other than Petrie.
Petrie is at the bar, but he is fiddling with something on the bar.
Uh-oh. How obvious is the fiddling?
It's just like casually low mumbling to it with something on the bar. Kind of small.
Would
Okay.
Soul be able to notice that?
Well, give me some perception checks.
Oh,
then.
you know I would love to give you some perception. 23.
Likely.
Okay. So Soul's ears kind of go up when they notice you're fiddling with something, but they're going to wait for an opportune moment, but they're eyeing you.
He doesn't know.
That's okay.
He's low mumbling talking to it.
They're like a
and-
cat.
What about you, Karis? Do you have any ideas for getting to the circle?
Well, not exactly. If the lizard men are as dangerous as everyone says, then we may have to fight some of them. But I mean, we fought worse, right?
Well, I assume so.
Yeah, fire
Oh.
lizard men.
That's right, these ones aren't on fire.
She sighs. Yeah, we did. And then if we see a pack dragon, I guess we just beg for our lives?
Can you outrun a dragon?
I mean, they can fly, so probably not.
Yeah. Well, I can take care of the money portion, guys.
The money portion?
Yeah, if we have to beg for our lives, we give the dragon money. Like we did
Oh.
with the last one.
That's good.
Let's see.
I got us covered. I don't want to cover us, but I do.
Wait, you do have Marcus's gold on you,
Exactly.
don't you? Yep.
I would like to split that in half in case there's more than one dragon. So, you know. I'll try to guesstimate the best I can to how the dragon is. If we do reach one. God. May your survival checks lead us in the correct directions.
I assume so. I can feel the ley line.
Well, Soul kind of quietly excuses themselves from the table, and they kind of sneak over Petra's shoulder to see what he's fiddling with.
You see Petra petting this. It is a small miniature of a kneeling down elk made of stone.
Soul's gonna lean down and perch their chin on Petra's shoulder. They're not gonna say anything, though.
Yes.
I'm just looking.
Giant ears getting everywhere.
So what is the plan?
Hope to not come across a black dragon while we're on our way to the Druid Circle to get back to Ville.
Dragons, huh?
Yep. So I plan to pay him off if we do come across them, though. Not happy about it, but let's hope we don't.
Seems like easiest way through, I guess.
Easiest way through, I guess.
Does Soul do that?
Yes.
He says nothing.
Soul's still perched on his shoulder. They're just leaning against him with their head on his shoulder. Or chin on the shoulder kind of area. Why are you so grumpy? Come on, Petra. Crack a smile.
Oh my god.
Soul's more in their element because they were singing.
Soul's more of a bitch because they were singing.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm gonna will save to not laugh. That is a nat 20.
Damn.
Well, okay, I guess you don't laugh and you just glare at me.
Petravian is stoic.
We know you wanted to fail that save, so you would laugh, and instead you rolled
Yes.
that 20.
Yeah. Because the dice hate me.
Whatever is most inconvenient for Skrewy is what the dice will decide.
It's true. You don't roll the worst. You just roll the most inconvenient,
Opposite.
especially with the skill checks. Especially when you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna show this guy up, gonna slap him in the face." And roll that one.
Well, you didn't have to look that grumpy. I mean, I didn't expect you to actually smile. Soul steps back. They look amused.
It's like I'm
You hear
in
it.
a high school and the mean girl is picking on me.
What is floating in this alcohol?
It's some kind of meat or something. It's not my thing. It's definitely not sweet enough.
Take and start drinking it.
It's kind of... It has a very
Right.
interesting taste. It's very full. It's almost more like a meal than a drink.
So you said Lovette started drinking it?
Yeah.
Make a
Well-
fortitude save.
All right. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, you
You
are.
Thank you. That's a 14.
Alright. What this is it tastes like a bunch of different kinds of beers mixed together.
Mm.
So it's kind of crappy in that respect. But then on top of that, there is something straight up poisonous added to it.
Mm-hmm.
And you choke it back, but there's obviously some kind of venom or something mixed into this.
Mm-hmm.
And it gives it this really horrendous bite.
Wow.
Yeah, but you luckily made the fortitude save, so you're not affected by the poison.
All right. Well, that was nasty, so I'm gonna wash it down with some whiskey.
Ugh, I don't like that poison. I like this poison.
Yeah, exactly.
This poison agrees with me.
Not your thing either?
No.
I
Easel, you like that?
I mean, like I said, it's not great. It at least isn't as strong as other disgusting drinks.
Are you sure? What's that?
Looks at your whiskey. Yeah, I'm sure.
Take another drink. Like, what are you looking at?
Just like squinted, kind of cringe. Ooh.
Pull the bottle in under my arm and kind of sip. Like, don't. What are you looking at my whiskey like that for? What's wrong?
Is that just pure liquor?
Gets the job done. Maybe not always.
Do we have anything else to say, or should we head to
Bed.
bed?
Well, we're all in the same room, right?
Mm-hmm.
I call the bed.
I mean, there's lots of beds. It's
Yeah.
a common room.
I still want to call it.
I got your joke. Alright, so Vera will head to bed then.
Good night, Vera.
Good night. You should probably all get to bed at some point.
I know. I'm gonna wait up a little bit. Just make sure everything's safe before we go to bed.
And also, Vera will walk up to Petra. So, by the way, we're having a discussion with some goblins. Apparently there are a lot of lizard folk in the lands, and they're taken care of, so to speak, by a bunch of dragons. It might be unwise to hurt them, because then it might anger the dragons, but if we have no choice, who knows what we'll have to face. And then Vera will leave.
Petra's gonna stay there for a little while.
Soul's still smugly looking at him.
I suppose you have a question.
No, I actually don't. I'm just here. Do you have a question, Petrie?
Not a question, but a comment.
A comment. Go for it.
I know it was the drink. It was the wine at the spa.
You know that's not why I'm actually keeping you away from Karis, right?
I don't.
Well, she's been through a lot, and she was obviously overwhelmed. You seem to be a little dense sometimes, and she needed her space. So I told you to go because she needed that. When someone wants to talk to you, they'll come up to you and be around you. Just huddling over someone constantly, even though you care, well, you might cause problems. I'm fine with you protecting her or talking to her, but don't be a dick. Give her space. She's a human being. Respect her as one.
She's actually a human being.
Yes, I know. I love humans, okay?
They make great pets.
Whoa!
Well, I mean,
Whoa!
it's pretty much like a pet, right? Like Vera is pretty much Soul's pet.
It
Like,
dies.
oh,
super
you're
fast.
gonna die soon, but I really enjoy this time, and I'm just not gonna think about that.
Who?
And then when Vera will be like, "Oh, I'm getting old," it's like, "Oh, it's silly human things."
Well, not entirely wrong.
That's what's great about Petra.
What's great about Petra?
He's an Oread.
Mm-hmm.
They live a long while.
Are you saying Karis is his pet?
Oh no.
Oh, God, no.
Ew.
I don't know. That's what it sounds like. I mean, given the context,
No,
that's pretty much what I extrapolated out of that.
Oh, no, that's not what I'm referring to. I'm just saying in terms of life longevity, I do care for them. And I recognize that my actions were brash.
Yeah.
I still care for them.
That's normal. When you care about someone, you tend to continue caring about them.
I just want them to know that.
You can tell her yourself when she's ready to talk to you again.
All the while, he's just sitting there kind of mindlessly, just with one finger stroking the back of the deer.
He's giving that deer a stroke.
Oh my god!
Oh no! Call a cleric!
Look, do what you want, man. Just don't mess up my party. These guys are my family, and, well, you could be too. It's not your fault Corona dropped you on me like the worst birthday present ever. It's not your fault.
Your birthday?
No, my birthday's in August. I'm just saying you happen to appear right after, and Soul brushes their hair away from their face and looks away. Look, I just considered it all very insensitive. Maybe if it was a day or two later, maybe it would have been easier for me to talk to you, but it just felt like I was slapped in the face when you appeared.
The council was, from my experience, has never been one for consideration of people with tact.
Then why are you with them?
Because he also doesn't have any tact.
That is a long story.
All right.
Let's say they saved me from myself.
I've saved a lot of people. You don't see people worshipping me? Soul winks.
Yeah, you do.
Vivian.
Also, Lovette's pretty much straight up worshipped Soul for a while there.
Yeah. Karis has some pretty strong feelings. I mean, the list goes on.
You think Soul notices that shit?
I mean, I think Grow pretty much does. Definitely.
Well, he's my husband.
He has to worship you.
Like the goddess you are. I was raised partly with Eden as core of my family. I was gone from them for a long time.
Vera would probably say that's really unfortunate for both of those.
Fortunately, Vera is in a different room.
I have to sass for her.
Curled on top of her staff to protect it.
So...
Vera sleeps with a scythe under her pillow.
She doesn't sleep on the bed, I don't think. Do you?
Probably here. She is right now.
Oh,
just
it's dirty
because...
enough.
Whoa!
Ooh.
Ow! Ah. Is that a burn there? But it definitely is not soft enough where it's like, yeah, okay, this is crummy enough. So kind of.
Yeah, so, exactly.
Look! Bed bugs!
Your favorite.
Come to me.
I like to call them bed friends.
They thrust this mission upon me. Jesus, tits! You okay?
So I just see they thrust the sack upon me.
I mean,
I'd like to say that Soul's just trying not to laugh and they keep, smirking. This is completely canon.
They thrust this sack into my hands.
I'm crying.
Shit. They charged me with this mission, and it has not been easy. What with what happened over on the Steam Isle. I'm not here to be someone's cudgel, to enact revenge. I'm here to protect you, Vera, Miss Lovette, and to complete this mission.
You didn't add Karis. Or Archie.
Oh, well, Archie doesn't need protecting.
Karis was not mentioned originally.
How
Karis
could-
was not mentioned.
Marcus not talk about Karis at all.
Karis was not mentioned. Do you think the Council of Eden would possibly not approve of a necromancer?
I've noticed that the Council of Eden they don't really approve of a lot of things that my group does.
Exactly.
But here we are, and they're begging for our help. So,
I'm not happy with them either.
then leave. Why don't you just be a part of us instead? You don't have to be a part of them.
He's not going to respond to that. He's just going to absorb it.
I'm not super religious, but there is a goddess that helps me nonetheless. But, I mean, she's kind of like, with like most people anyways, so it kind of works in both ends.
Fickle.
Yeah, like me. Solda's jazz
That's not what
hands.
Marcus said.
What did Marcus say about me?
He cared for you very deeply.
Well, I knew that.
Petra is trying to choose his words very carefully. He would have chosen you if in other situation he would have done what needed to be done to stay.
Well, he didn't really do what I asked him to do to stay. And when he seemed...
He didn't want you to make that decision for him. He didn't want to break your heart.
I understand.
This is what I was told. This was the report.
Great. Cool. Thank you.
We don't know how long we have with whom we travel with.
Agreed. It won't be very long for me. So, just try to read the room a bit more, Petra. That's all I really ask, and, don't threaten anyone anymore. Stuff like that. Little pointers.
Things they don't teach you
Anywhere, because it shouldn't be
Anywhere.
needed to be taught.
Why don't you head off to bed? It's gonna be a rough day tomorrow.
Fine. He takes his goblet of wine and downs it in one, takes the stone elk and puts it back in his pocket.
Good night, Petra.
So Lovette is watching those two like talk. I think this whole time at the bar, just not listening, just watching them. And as Petra gets up to leave, she's gonna turn over to Karis, who I presume is still around.
Yeah, she's still drinking.
So, do you have feelings for him then?
I mean, she starts to blush a little bit. It's complicated, I guess.
Yeah, be careful.
I mean, it's not like I want to spend the rest of my life with him or anything. It's just, I mean, have you seen his abs?
Damn.
No.
Well then.
I'll take your word for it, but just be careful. And I don't just mean because of you. I just don't say hard way that these mistakes climb up on you. And he seems dangerous.
I know. I don't know if I'd say dangerous. He just seems like kind of a simpleton. I don't know. I think he's nice to look at, I guess. I don't even know anymore.
Turned the skull of one of my longest standing friends into a Paladin. I think he's dangerous.
I mean, sure. I mean, yeah, he can hit things with hammers and kill them, but...
And he doesn't sink people, he does it.
You don't think that he would attack one of us, do you?
I don't know. He
It's been a
does not
weird
seem
week.
to trust anyone. He's threatening everyone. Except you, I hope.
No, he's never threatened me.
Good.
I can...
If he does, you tell me, please.
Of course. I can take care of myself. Mostly.
No, you can. But I just want to work together,
Of course. We're like family.
We are family.
You sense that she wants to give you a hug, but she's stopping herself.
Yeah. I'm only stopping myself because I know she'd feel bad about it.
Oh, I'm gonna bust out my gauntlet. I guess Lovette's still sober enough to remember this shit, and flip a little switch. And it's almost like a Looney Tunes-esque, like a series of connectors with a hand at the end of it. It doesn't have like a glove, but it's almost like a Bugs Bunny kind of thing. Comes out and like pats her on the head.
Oh, your mage hand?
Yeah.
Of course.
Brushes
Right,
her hair a little bit.
She accepts the pat and kind of just looks a little uncomfortable.
I'll like place it in front of her so she can like hold the hand. A little more input on her end. It's not just patronizing.
She kind of laughs at this whole thing, and she's like, "This is kind of silly, you know."
I don't really care. I don't want you to feel alone and left out anymore.
Thanks, all the same, but it's more important to have you here in solidarity, I guess. I don't really need a fake hand to touch.
Okay. Definitely like you don't say this when Soul does it.
It's just dancing lights.
Just mage hand.
like sadly retracts back into the gauntlet.
It's okay, Lovette. I appreciate it, alright?
That's okay. I know. I understand. Drink more whiskey.
Syl walks over to the girls. Hey guys.
Hey,
You guys going to bed anytime soon?
I should probably head to sleep here soon.
I was just going to pass out heal.
Lovette, you're going to bed in a bed. You can bring the bottle. Just please sleep in a bed. And Syl kind of leans in. Goblins eat people, remember?
Let's do.
Yeah.
I knew that. That's like okay.
We all just
trade
have to
my-
go to bed. You can drink in our room. Come on.
Drag the bottle behind me like it's a stuffed toy.
The goblins at the table, they have all but fallen passed out at their tables drinking. Alright, so the rest of the group makes their way to the common room, where you find a collection of a bunch of different beds, a lot of them mismatched, sort of around the perimeter of a large room. There's a bunch of people already asleep up here, and the room is dimly lit with a couple of candles.
Syl grabs Lovette's shoulder before she goes in, letting Karis go into the room first.
Karis goes into the room.
I wish I could hug her too, but she's been really sensitive about it since we were at the hot springs, so I
Why?
just drop
What
it.
happened at the hot springs?
Petra kissed her.
He what?
He kissed her. She completely knocked him out. It was kind of funny.
Oh,
But
that's good.
she's been really sensitive about the whole touching thing, so, you know, I'm sorry I didn't tell you earlier. If it were within my power, I would make it so that we could hold her, because I think she really needs it, but
We will find a way.
you're right. She
Do you
deserves
trust
it.
him?
Petra?
Sikachu.
I have accepted him as an assistant, and that's as far as that goes currently.
Well,
I just
That
want him
sounds
to
good.
not make issues, so perhaps giving him kindness will be an asset instead of a detriment.
I thought so as well. I was starting to warm up to him, but I think he's dangerous.
We're all dangerous, Lovette. It just
I
depends on
suppose
where
that's true.
we choose to set our strengths towards. But go on. Let's get to bed.
Another swig of whiskey. Head over to bed.
Soul, I need you to make a perception check.
Sure. Ooh, that's an 18.
Okay. Never mind.
No! I want... Darn.
Soul, are you there?
Whose voice is this?
It's the voice of Grow.
Oh. Hey. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
What? Where are you? What happened?
I'm in Yugus. I'm okay.
How?
How?
How? You never
I
left your...
teleported.
Soul, you can't teleport.
I can now.
This doesn't make any sense. How can you... How did you suddenly be able to... What?
I'm pretty strong now.
What does that even... What? What does that even mean?
Don't worry about it. I had some help.
Uh,
Oh, speaking of which, don't freak out if you go to my room.
I already have.
Oh, well, then you aren't freaking out. It's fine.
I'm a little freaked out that you're gone. How did you get out of the estate? How did you get all the way to Yugus? You don't have that magic. What?
I got some assistance from an angel, I think?
What?
I don't know. Wait, my room was clean? Or what did my room look like?
But yeah, I mean, there was no one in there. You were gone, and your stuff was gone. You asked me to bring you all your equipment, and you and all of your stuff was just vanished.
Gotcha. Yeah, I can teleport now.
Okay.
Are you okay?
This is a really weird development, that's all.
Why?
I don't know. I guess it just... If you can teleport now...
What?
He kind of trails off.
Look, it takes a lot of effort to do, and again, I need assistance with it, but...
Huh. Okay. But you're safe and okay?
Yeah, I'm in Yugus right now.
Alright.
And there was nothing in my room?
No, why do you keep asking?
Well, I kind of made a mess before I left. I just didn't think it would be gone when I left.
The room wasn't really that messy. to be honest.
Oh, weird. Oh well.
Yeah, it is weird. Alright, well,
Is
I'm
Mom
just
okay?
glad you're safe. No, not exactly.
Can you tell me what's happening?
She's kind of locked the whole town down.
Oh,
She's definitely searching for you.
are you in trouble?
Kind of?
That's the sound of someone in trouble. Okay.
Uh,
How much
in the-
trouble?
well, I'm not allowed to leave the house.
Mm-hmm.
So that's luckily the extent of it.
Okay.
Technically, I'm on top of the house right now, so that's still within the boundaries. So,
Of course you'd be on the house.
what? It's the best view in the town.
You're the best view in the town.
You can hear him blush.
Kyle!
Jeez. Wow.
Elves are weird, man.
Alright. He's happy that you're okay. He's confused how this all went down, but he's not going to press the matter if you're not willing to share, so. He'll wish you a good night and good luck.
Hey, it'll be okay. I'll be back home after this is all over, I promise.
Alright.
I love you.
Love you too. Good night. Connection cuts.
Man.
What?
I don't know if Grow is eventually someday going to be a switcheroo kind of thing, but man, you don't tell Grow anything.
Yeah, he's fucking out of that loop. Completely.
Well, Karis kind of made a thing where it was like maybe an issue, so I was like, I don't want to worry him more. He's already house arrested currently.
How many times has he come to you upset that you don't tell him stuff?
What's his only complaint? His only complaint
So, Soul's a creature
Is-
of habit.
is, why don't you trust me? And it always goes the same way of, oh, I'm sorry, I'll trust you from now on. And then it happens again. Like,
I'm just saying that Grow wants Soul, but I don't know if Soul deserves Grow. He's such a sweet boy.
Alright. Look, I married him already. He's mine!
So I can treat him like flying. Anyways, D&D.
Alright.
Alright. So, you go to sleep, and let's see. Let me dole out some dreams.
Oh!
Let's take this one at a time. You there?
Yes, I am.
Alright. So, you go to sleep. You sleep like a stone. You do have one dream that you remember. It's a dream where you are laying in your mother's lap, and she's singing a song to you, humming a song, one of the ones she used to when you were a child. And she is looking down at you and smiling, and she's like singing a song and kind of like rocking you back and forth. And you feel like your age has regressed quite a bit in this dream. And she's kind of rocking you back and forth and singing to you. And as she does, her hair gets longer and sort of takes on, it looks more like spider webs than hair at a certain point. And her skin goes from the shade that you remember it being, the glamour, changes to that of a normal dark elf. And then she starts to grow like fangs in her mouth, and her eyes turn pure white. And at around that point, you wake up.
Oh.
Yeah. So you got a nice little nightmare about your mother turning into a Trider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah. Just the ball kicking machine will not stop for Lovette.
No, it won't. It will not stop until there are no balls left to kick.
All right. Okay.
Man, that sure was fun. Oh boy, you guys are in for a great, exciting, pleasant time. Nothing bad.
Fuck.
Hey, buddy.
Oh god. Hi.
So you dream of a peaceful grove of trees. You are sitting. It's a beautiful spring day. You're sitting there surrounded by old growth. You feel it calm and peace. An elk walks up to you, kind of snorts, and then kind of sits down next to you.
Yes.
You have an intense feeling of belonging and peace. Alright. And you kind of hover around in that feeling for a while, and then you wake up the next morning. Next dream. Vera.
Yes.
You are standing in the streets of a town. You can see fire You can see smoke. You can smell the smoke. You hear screams. You have blood splattered on your body, and your hands are covered in blood. You have your scythe with you. Its blade is also slaked in blood, and you feel an intense sense of accomplishment. Before you are the broken bodies of a bunch of nobles, ones that you recognize from your past.
All right.
You feel that you have done a great deed here on this day. You have struck out against those who abuse power.
All right. Do I recognize the town at all?
Yeah, it's the estates. It's that city they're in.
Are these what I remember the people, the nobles of that estate?
Correct.
Ooh.
And the town, like I said, the town is burning. You can hear screams of terror and anguish in all directions.
Oof. Alrighty.
So you wake up at that point. And Soul.
Alright. I just wanted to say this for the podcast, so no one else knew. After everyone went to sleep, I used Modify Memory on Karis twice.
Okay, so it'd be a DC 18 then.
Okay, gotcha.
So let me roll some saves. Alright, one succeeds, one fails. So what was the first one that you wanted to overwrite?
I wanted to have it so that she could remember her parents.
Okay. Alright. In that case, you cast that spell successfully. And then, what was the second attempt?
Oh, it was to do more, because it's only 5 minutes of memory, so I was trying to give her as much as possible.
Okay. Any specifics you'd like it to be?
Any sort of good memories of parents. Anything that proved that she was cared for at some point, or cared about.
Okay. Okay.
I, of course, don't know these memories, but I'm trying.
Gotcha. So you're
pull that
trying
out of her.
you're trying to recover actual memories.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure, because you could also like wholesale create them if you wanted.
I could, but I'm trying to give her her own first.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So
and if it doesn't end up good, then I'll make my own.
That kid will have a happy childhood. Damn it.
I will make this woman so goddamn happy.
5 minutes at a time. Alright, so you succeed on one of those spells, and Karis will get 5 minutes of recovered memories of her parents. When you finish that, you lay yourself down to sleep, and the bed is uncomfortable, as like you imagined it would be.
Great.
But do you transfer or do you try to sleep again?
Oh, my mom said don't sleep, so I'm totally sleeping.
Okay.
Fuck you, lady. You can't tell me what to do. I'm an adult.
Okay. In that case, your dream is you are in total darkness. You're sitting down, and you can't see anything. You open your eyes, you look around, and everything is just dark completely.
Okay.
Feel like you're in a box or something, and the box is being carried. Like it's swaying to the left and right, as if this box is being carried by someone enormous.
Can I cast Dancing Lights?
You do, but for some reason your words come out wrong because it's a dream.
Yeah, I understand that.
You kind of believe that they work, but they don't actually shed... Like, you can see the dancing lights, but they don't actually shed any light.
That's
It's like
interesting.
It's like a dream, right? Like,
Yeah.
It's there, but it doesn't actually help because dreams. So, suddenly, you see, like, a crack of light in front of you, and it gets wider and wider, until you realize that you are basically sitting on a metal plate, and a large metal dome has been taken off of you, has been, like, removed from you. And you realize sort of what's going on when you realize the scale of everything around you. You're sitting on what appears to be an enormous table. Again.
Oh, no.
And this time, you can see a little bit better. Last time I said there was like a fog covering everything.
Yeah.
This time, you see an enormous person in front of you. It's your mother.
What?
You see your mother sitting at the head of this table. You are sitting on a platter. The large metal dome has just been removed from said platter. And you're being presented as if you're the main course of a feast to a group of giants.
A group of giants?
I made a table of them, yes.
Do I recognize anyone other than my mother?
The other ones are wearing those white masks, the featureless
Again?
ones. Again. But your mother looks down at you and sneers, and she says, "I'm so disappointed."
Oh.
One of her enormous arms slowly reaches over and picks up a fork.
What? No, I'm gonna scoot away now. No. Nope, out of that situation.
So you turn and try to, like, run or something?
Yeah.
Okay. You start to move, but you're moving way slower than you should.
Fuck, I hate those moments.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, totally.
And you're not really able to move away. And then you feel like a pinching sensation. And you look down and you see the tines of this fork have impaled you. And you're being lifted up off the table. The fork turns around as, like, the hand swivels it around and points you, and you're pointed right at your mother's face. She has a look of disappointment and disgust on her face as she opens up her mouth and inserts you into it.
This is some bullshit.
Some bullshit. You wake up.
Ew. Oh, God, fuck. Yay.
Oh, how bad was
Yay.
your dream?
This is great. So good. Yum, one might say.
Odd. Alright. So, the next morning comes. It is now the morning of the 17th of February. Put it at 8 a.m. You guys are in the town of Ugas. What would you like to do?
Well,
You guess.
first of all, how does everybody wake up?
A cold sweat, apparently.
Yep. Cold sweat. Yep.
Everyone's got a mutual cold sweat going on.
I would say,
Not Petra.
well, depending on who wakes up, Vera has like a slight smile when they're asleep, but when they wake up, they basically go into the same face they had when they touched the stone. That kind of sickened kind of look.
Oh.
And they're just spacing out 1,000-yard stare.
So, who wants to go avoid a dragon in a swamp? Soul just raises their hand from their bed.
Yeah, that's...
Petra wakes up, very, very happy smile, and holding the stone elk.
We should get moving as fast as we can.
Agreed.
Ugh. But if we could, can someone turn down the sun?
No, not when I'm around. Sorry, let's go.
It's okay.
Karis,
I'm
wake
just-
up!
You look over and see Karis is already up and has walked over to Lovette's bed, is holding out a wineskin.
Oh,
Here, this should help.
alright. Thanks. Drink it.
It's whiskey.
Nice.
I'll probably, I figure immediately throw up.
Ooh, gross. Okay.
Into the wineskin?
No, not into it. I take my head back. Of course.
Okay, cool.
Not that immediately, but I take a swig, swallow, and then
Gross.
Karis is just standing there nodding. Yep, always does the trick.
Is there a latrine here?
There's an outhouse outside.
Vera's gonna make their way there after that.
Soul's just gonna leave the room. It smells.
Vera's not.
Yeah, this whole
feeling
place smells. Alright.
well. It smells fine. Babies.
Maybe to you.
I'm gonna use my daily use of prestidigitation, little cleaning bot to clean that up.
So Vera's gonna spend a bit of time just throwing up quick, and then she's gonna come back.
Soul's waiting out front of the soggy boot.
The soggy boot. Hell yeah. Alright.
Forgot that.
Alright, is everyone ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get going. We don't have to waste any time.
Let's get through that area as fast as possible, guys.
We should try to avoid the lizardmen as much as we can.
Agreed.
But once again, I don't know how angry they are, so we'll have to play this one by
Awesome.
ear.
Alright, in that case, I am going to need a single survival check from one person in the party.
Vera.
Alright.
For one Vera in the party, thank you.
I can't. I'm gonna cast guidance on myself.
Ooh.
Come on.
Oh no!
Still 20.
So 20. Okay. So you lead the group into the swamp. You see, as you get in there, that this place is called the Boiling Swamp for a reason. There appears to be a fair amount of some sort of gas underground here that kind of bubbles up in places, giving the swamp the appearance of boiling in certain areas.
Okay. But is
It
the
also
water
gives-
actually hot?
No. I mean, it's
Okay.
warm. It's warm water, but it's not hot water.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure
Um,
we weren't getting, like, fucking burned with, like, boiling hot water, too. Just, like, the fucking
No.
lava.
No, so basically,
No,
you could go into it and pee, and no one would know.
Oh.
Right. But it's warm water. It's relatively shallow. It's about waist deep for most of you. And it boils in some places with some sort of underground gas that's escaping through the water. So it gives the entire area kind of a weird smell. And every so often you can see like a little burst of flame in certain areas as some of the gas will catch and burn off. So apparently whatever this gas is, it is flammable.
Yum.
Yeah.
Alright, that's something to keep in mind.
Let's stay out of the water as much as possible.
Wait,
So where does the gas seem like it just permeates the area? Pretty much directly above the water.
It permeates the area, but it seems to cling to certain areas over the water where it's
Okay.
bubbling up.
Mm-hmm.
Of area
We
with
never had-
concentrated gas anyway. So Vera will lead the group deeper into the swamp, and she finds a fair number of tracks. The tracks appear to belong to those of lizardmen. They're large bipedal lizards, so probably who these are, lizard folk. And it appears that like different hunting packs have gone around this area at different times, so they seem to travel in groups.
Alright.
So you get the party reasonably deep into the swamp, and you come across a stone marker. It appears to be a territory marker.
Is this druidic at all or no?
No, it is one large stone pillar that's maybe about 4 feet tall. It's adorned with carvings and also has bleached bones stacked around and on it. Stone carvings are written in a language that I don't know if anyone here actually speaks. One moment.
Lizard boy.
Yeah, does anyone here speak Lizard Boy?
No, I'm not. I don't get that for free or anything.
I only
like
got
that.
Keongs.
I'm sure it says welcome.
I'm sure it says stay out. I get it. It was a joke. Haha, I'm sorry. I had a rough dream last night. My bad.
Karis is going to walk up to it and take a look at it.
Could be just a wayfinder marker.
Oh,
Wayfinder marker?
I don't think so. This is definitely territory mark. She looks at it more closely. She's going to make a linguistics check. Oh, yeah, this is an interesting word. She points out something to you, Lovette.
Mm-hmm.
You see here where this symbol, it sort of is upturned like this,
Like,
and then when it leads into these two symbols, it makes a sound of like an S, and then so I think that this is definitely a name. This is a marker of ownership.
do you think this is the name of one of the dragon?
Well, if I sound it out, it's Fasandomagivnir.
That's the film of the
Something like that. I mean, that sounds draconic, doesn't it?
It more than like a lizard man.
I mean, I know Dragonic. Did it sound
Is it-
Draconic to
Is
me?
it the comic?
Yeah.
Yeah, Soul Shrugs. Yeah, sounds alright.
It's sort of hard to read here, but I think it's Fasandomagivnir.
Sadoma, give me.
So I guess that's who owns the swamp, or at least everything past this marker. It also has some other words on here, but they mostly just translate to enter and die and stay out.
See, I was right.
You
Great.
believe the circle is this way, Vera?
I'm certain.
Right, mate. Just break some more people's laws then.
What do I feel like with the ley line kind of?
Oh, this place is alive with nature. This swamp is teeming with life. Specifically insect life, too. It's crazy. There's bugs everywhere.
Ugh.
It's no coincidence that there's a ley line crossing here because of how dense this place is with life.
So, thinking about, I assume that where the ley line, the teleport is,
Mm-hmm.
would be where the pinnacle of the energy would
Right.
spike.
Right.
Does it feel anywhere close to the amount that we had in the one forest that I now? And the protector for?
No, not yet. But it is building to that.
In a percentage, what would you say?
Maybe 40 or 50%.
Maybe we're halfway there, hopefully.
Okay.
Alright.
I think that's a pretty good place to call it a night.
Thanks for listening. As always, special thanks to Protagonist for the theme music, and Emily Roll for Fantasy for this episode's soundtrack. Interested in following us on social media? Do so on Twitter at CheckPleaseDND, or want to support the podcast and be part of the Czech Republic? Go to our Patreon under Kaneshra. Until next time.